My name is Elizabeth, and I am a career advisor at the Lackawanna PA CareerLink. Today I'm here to discuss with you some resume tips and tricks, as well as how to ace your interview. First tip for your resume is to ensure that it reads easy. Make sure that you use a simple font. I always go with Times New Roman. Set the font size to about 11 to 12 point font. Bold the headings to make them stand out. Leave some white space so the pages are not crowded with text. And finally, stick to a maximum of 2 pages. Review your resume. Go through it line by line. Check for any spelling, grammar, and/or punctuation mistakes. This is extremely important as it demonstrates your written communication skills, attention to detail, and that you care about the quality of your work. Make sure your resume is career-focused. Take a moment away from your resume and return to it with fresh eyes. Does it convey what you can offer to this specific employer? How does your listed skills and experience show value to their organization? Make sure you have included skills and experience relevant to their business. Finally, get a free proofreader. Reach out to one of the skilled and trained career advisors at your local PA CareerLink and ask if they can do a quick scan of your resume. Next, I want to talk about how to stand out in your interview. First, research the company. Know what you can know about the company. Be professional but enthusiastic about the opportunity for this interview. Research interview questions and practice your answers. A few examples would include, tell me about yourself. A lot of people stumble on this one. Why are you the best person for this job? That's why I said research the company. What is your greatest strength or weakness? Remember, your weakness can be your strength. What are your career goals? You can answer a few of these questions with stories and specific examples. I can tell you, the answer I always give for your greatest strength and weakness for myself was always time management. I was a yes person. I would overload myself. So that was my greatest weakness, but it turned into my greatest strength because I turned around and took a time management course and I learned how to mitigate what I was doing and when I was doing it. Finally, ask follow-up questions. Interviewers will always ask you at the end of your interview, do you have any questions for me? For example, some really good after-interview questions are, from your experience, what is the best thing about working for XYZ company? You can ask, what are some challenges I might face with this position? What does the onboarding process look like for new employees in this role? Can I provide any further details that would be helpful in making your decision? End with confidence. Thank the employer for their time. State that you are looking forward to hearing from them and potentially working for them in the future. This shows your eagerness to be a part of their business, corporation, or organization. These tips and tricks will not guarantee you get the job, but they will certainly guarantee that you stand out amongst the rest of the job seekers in this time. If you have any further questions, our table is located straight ahead here. You can come over and we will look at your resume. We can conduct mock interviews with you. Or if you don't have the time today, feel free to stop at our location on Franklin Avenue, right in center town Scranton. All right, hand this over.
Hi, my name is Penny Common. I wanted to segue a little bit from, she was talking about resumes, and I had a resume come across my desk yesterday, and some of you are too far, and if you want to see the differences, you're more than happy to come look at it. But it was a two-pager with a lot of spaces. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of spaces and like no organization to this resume. I took a couple of minutes and I took it from a page and a half to 1 page. And I will tell you something that from an employer's point of view, what we look for are, we want to know who you are, what you're looking for, such as an objective in your resume. You might say if you were looking for a machine operator job or if you're looking for an admin assistant job, that you're seeking that and you would like to use your skills in that area, and you will let them know what your skills are in your resume. But we do look for a resume to be clear and concise. My personal preference is bullets. When you say you put your XYZ, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and then you were a machine operator, you might list the different kinds of machines that you've operated. You might list other things you did in a manufacturing facility or a warehouse. Perhaps you not only operated a machine, you also did forklift, okay? There's a lot of warehouse jobs in our area right now, and that's what people are looking for with some forklift experience or warehouse experience. Be prepared to discuss your experience with them, okay? I'm not going to talk anymore on resumes, but if you have any questions afterwards, I'm happy to sit down and talk with you. Okay, but I'm going to talk about interviewing and from an employer's point of view, what we look for. I just went over what I look for. I want a clear, concise resume. And one other thing we look at in resumes is a resume gap. If you have, let's say you were a stay-at-home mom for 6, 7 years till your kids got in school, add that to your resume, because that gives someone an idea. They don't think, when they don't know, their thoughts go wherever, to where it could be part of that gap. But be prepared to discuss why there's a gap in your resume. And we can go into COVID. I mean, there's going to be some gaps with COVID. Just be prepared. Were you home, homeschooling your kids through the video school that was last year? Or why you needed to be home during COVID? You need to have that in your head. You weren't just home because you were collecting unemployment. There was probably a reason, whether it was fear or just fear of being around people. A lot of people have that. Just be prepared to discuss that as far as what your reasonings were for not working during COVID, because quite frankly, there were quite a lot of jobs, and there's still quite a lot of jobs. One thing that the chamber asked me to discuss was how do we as an employer make ourselves more accessible to, say a person is wheelchair bound or has another handicap. The CareerLink has you can go to the CareerLink. Why don't you tell this story because you're better at that part.
Not a problem, Penny. Thank you very much. So for employers, if you do have a job seeker who does need a little bit more assistance when an interview, they can come down to our PA CareerLink office. We are handicap accessible. We do have web cameras. We have conference rooms. All you would simply need to do is let us know that you have somebody coming into the office for an interview, and we can help that individual set up the cameras, make sure that they have our telecom systems all set up, and there is no problem with that whatsoever.
Thank you so very much. Another thing I would like to talk about is what does an employer want to get out of an interview from you the applicant? You need to, often I'm in the staffing business, so we interview a lot of different kinds of people, and we'll say, what kind of work are you looking for? And they'll say, I'll take anything. That's the dreaded 3 words, I'll take anything. You need to know what you're looking for and what your skill set offers that employer, such as if you're looking for a forklift job or an admin assistant job. Let's go for an admin job. What are your computer skills like? What experience do you have being an admin? What do you like to do as far as office work, that kind of stuff? That's the kind of stuff you need to know, and let me know that as an employer. Also, you need to know your personality traits, such as when they say, we might just ask, what part of your personality could you bring to help us? And it might be something like, you're prompt, you're an eager learner, you're organized, you're flexible. Be prepared to discuss your weaknesses. I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Oh, very well. I always say, dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. So, I want to talk about phones too. If you're going for a warehouse job, jeans, if you're going to wear jeans, wear nice jeans. If you can, don't wear a hoodie, wear a shirt, even if it's not tucked in, a button-down shirt. You want to dress a step above the job that you want. If you're looking for an office job, you probably want to come in a nice slacks and top. The dress codes are way more relaxed now than they used to be, but just think about dressing a step above the job you want. And then also, can I say one more thing? When you come into the interview, please either put your phone on mute or don't. One of the things employers hate is you're in the middle of an interview and someone whips out their phone and it's just like, what am I, chopped liver here? Leave the phone in your lap, in the car, wherever. It should not be part of the interview, and that's really, really important. Thank you.